tonight we're just doing this here. We put this tube little bungs in here. They look horrible. Look at them real close. Yeah, we don't even know if they're gonna work right now. They should be fine. And then so we got these sensors in. We just got to get them hooked up. And I'm over there trying to pin in another pin. Yeah. So I had to drop the inner fender to do that. The car runs and everything. I'm just trying to sort out some sensor issues and add some sensors. So I didn't have a differential ground or something. I didn't have the same ground as they use for the analog reading of the wideband. So I'm adding that. What the hell is this? Well, that's why we're nutting and bolting. That'll help. That might be why the oil pressure reading is funky. I got a loose ground right there. I mean, I have another ground on the other side, but man, it all counts. So that might be one of them. That could be the same thing with the O2. But anyway, hooking up one of these. I gotta get another expansion thing. I've got so many sensors plugged in as it is. I'm out of slots. So then I'm trying to take out. I ordered a sensor for water temperatures. I'm gonna get rid of this, and I'm gonna get rid of this. So these two are coming out. Gonna keep working on the front end. I found all the headlight parts that were missing. So I got a bunch of hardware to fix both of those, so got some of that to do. I was adding a reference ground to the O2 signal last night, so I got that pinned in the ECU, got it all put back together. I just need to run the wire through my car connector. These two right here will actually tell you how good your air filter is working. So, you know, I could change air filters and get immediate feedback. I could also change the position of this thing. It'll tell me the density loss between the outside air density, because I got a sensor that picks that up, the ambient air density, and then you can get the difference of what you're pulling in through the engine bay. So you get a percentage, and you can equate it to pretty much horsepower loss just by density. I'm still here. I'm pounding coffee here. We're still working on this. Almost got it done. I've been repinning it because I had these weather pack connectors, and these only had 6 holes, while I had a handful of the Delphi GT, whatever, 16 socket ones from the junkyard. So instead of having 2 plugs, which I've almost accidentally plugged these together because I flip-flopped them. I had, so I wouldn't connect them to the dash the same way, but when your hands are up there, you don't know if you're actually connecting the car to the car and the dash to the dash instead of the dash to the car. So in order to never have that again and make it even easier, there's just one plug now that has everything, plus all the other gauges and the wideband and everything. Everything can run through these nice connectors. So, I mean, not these ones. These are fine. These weather pack ones are fine, but I got a bunch of the other ones, and I've kind of just moved on, and I know everybody it seems like on YouTube is putting in Deutsch connectors, but I mean, I just go with whatever I can find. So I've been working with the GM stuff a lot, and I learned how to pin those. So now I just get the housings from the yard. Okay, here's what's going on. The panels. I got these little slippy panels that go over the corners. Okay. And there's some holes right there that I didn't, well, I mean, there's a hole. And there's another one a little bit lower right there. And I think there's one at the bottom. I'm not sure, but I'm trying to work this out. And I took both sides back out of the car. Got this one down here, obviously, and this one over here. No, I didn't want to waste the paint to paint the back side of these. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out how these damn things clip. And there's also these little clips. And I got some other clips to try. I got screws to try. So I'm trying to figure out what is the way it's mounted. How's it going, y'all? Trying to get this winter beard going. It's getting cold. Biggity bam. That belt is on, sir. It is on like Donkey Kong. Well, whatever. Stupid thing. I had to get another belt, though. I put it on and started slipping again. But the grooves weren't deep enough anymore on the old belt that got me home. So now we got this one. And it's good. And it works. I ran it for like 5-10 minutes or something. Poly V belt. Because you. 1 year warranty. I'm like, oh shit, man. If that thing lasts a year, that'd be awesome. So that was one win for the day. But I did have to machine all the standoffs for all the accessories. 58,000s. So, hey, I machined them. I threw them in the lathe anyway. It took like a minute a piece. There was like 8 of them, 7 or 8 of them. Took a minute. I knew Seahawks game I missed. So we have a win with the wagon, as far as that goes. And then our Raspberry Pi picture frame for the shop. The old TV, aka I think our buddy Ron pulled that out of a motorhome somewhere. It's old. You know, it's like an old school one, but bam, there it is. Remluff. Yeah. And then pictures. What the hell is that? Oh, a picture I took at night. Man, and I added several hundred more pictures to it than was already there or was in the cloud. And this doesn't need the internet. It's not even connected to the internet. They're just all on a little SD card. Now it also displays the time, so the TV's not completely worthless. And it fades out on the sides to kind of show you, like to extend the picture or the top and the bottom, depending on what part of the screen it has to fill. So it's pretty cool. I like it. It's working. It's supposed to play videos too. So we got it loaded up with a bunch of pictures, a bunch of videos. It doesn't depend on the internet, you know, because who wants a picture frame that shuts off? Like, it's fun to have shit update from the internet, but if it ain't on or active, like, it don't need to be there. But I could probably even connect like my Google folder for Dad's stuff. Oh, there's where Don Pig. Yeah. Ron's like, hey, I can do that. And then he did it. Okay, one more thing I've been working on in the wagon over the weekend. I tried to keep working on the console. So this is what I come up with here. So you'd be able to, you know, put it all the way back if you want. And then you turn party mode on. And then this guy right here. Then you have your line lock or two-step activation button. Just right there if you want. Or you could just put the damn thing in drive, you know, or whatever. Just let go, you're done. You got the shifter right here, you know, if you even need to. And it's got a little indicator panel. I just thought it would look kind of airplane, old school, like, I don't know. I tried to make everything, well, I put some panels in, and I put this panel in for the switches and the USB charger into this 65 SS console. And then I tried to match these contours up as best I could, and I got them pretty well. And I need to put two fasteners in here. It's clipped in on the back, it won't really pop up. And then we got the button mounted in here, and then this is removable here, only because I had to print it clear. But then it's got these panels here, and this could say anything you want. This slides out, and if I, let me see here, it's a little hard to push out right now. Oh, there we go. So you can see it just slides out and slides in, and it has a little trough underneath it where the lights are gonna go to do their thing, or a reflector. And so hopefully when it's lined up, it'll let you know that everything's ready by saying armed. And this little guy pops right in there, and that's what we got. And the finish actually kind of almost matches the original finish. It just happens to be the bed of the printer is rough for PETG. So coincidentally, that's what I tried to make. Flat surfaces on the ones that you'll see for this one. So I think, you know, I might countersink these a little bit. But other than that, I mean, like, I like the little chromy crap around there. And then the lights turn, I think they turn orange, if I can remember right. Let me see here. Yeah, they're orange. Okay, here's where you get, yeah, so the button inactive right now. You turn on party mode, and that will let you activate the line lock. Click, click, click for burnout, and then, you know, then you have it down here, and for launching, you turn that one on. That's two-step, and then when you push the button down, it lights up and then bam, the two-step says it's on. But we know the line lock's not on. This is just party mode. It just makes it so the line lock could be activated. Yeah. So yeah, you'd put it in first, hold the little button down, you know, in lieu of the button on top of here. But it's, you know, you just let off, 1, 2, bam. I've never made it past second gear in 1/8 miles. Okay, if you made it this far, you've made it to the end of the wagon videos. And, you know, that's my 65 wagon that I traded for a 76 4x4 Chevy truck. And I've been working on it, you know, since 2017 or something like that. Anyway, it's been a lot of fun showing how the progress has went. And there's more to come. The videos that I had backlogged up until I started making them about 2 years ago is just up to bring up to speed. I thought it'd be cool to show all that work and stuff. And then actually a lot of work and stuff has happened in the last 2 years regarding the rear end and all that kind of stuff. And those should all be on the channel already. And there's going to be more going forward. I had planned originally to put turbo on the car, which it's not out of the question still, but it won't stop and the front end hasn't been rebuilt. Well, it stops pretty good for how big the car is, but it doesn't stop the way I would like it driving it. And there's a couple other things, you know, like the steering wheel's a little small. I would wish the steering wheel was just a little bit bigger. You know, it just kind of softens up some of the controls. Like some of the controls when you're going over 100 miles an hour, it needs to be tuned up a little bit. We need to look into the safety of the whole rig. So as far as driving it around, hopping on the freeway, running around town, no problem whatsoever. I need to look at some of that hardware that I put on the back of the car from the Redwood Rally when it just bent the bar off of the rear end or the Watts link. You know, I kind of anticipated that might have happened, but I didn't know. Yeah, it just tore the frame. So there's some beefing up that I want to do back there, and I need time and space and everything else to do that. So I want to address those rear end issues. We're going to address the brakes in the front by putting a set of 4-piston calipers from like a C3 Corvette on there. I've already got the spindles. I just need to save up for some rotors and calipers, whatever I feel like I'd like to try. And then we'll probably throw the turbo on there because it's going to weigh more, a little bit. You know, it already weighs like over 5,000 pounds. It's going to weigh a little bit more. And it's going to take a little more to stop. So, and the weight's going to be on the front. I need to kind of get the suspension a little more tuned up too with the shocks and stuff like that. Like I would like to put some adjustable shocks on the back if I'm going to continue to drag race it. I'm getting good lift with the rear end, even normally aspirated. You know, if I don't turbo the car, I would like to just maybe bring the compression up a little bit more or swapping the heads to set of rec port heads, and that'll bring the power up even better. And it's a great car to drive already. So yeah, there's a few things. And inside the car, you know, I had a tore together piece of carpet. I just want to put some door panels in it. I built that CNC machine or CNC router. I want to build the door panels for the car. I'm kind of working on some of that stuff because it's inexpensive, you know, to build a door panel. Like you just need a piece of wood to carve. So I got a couple pieces I've already bought of some like 1/4-inch thick material. Anyway, so that's where that's going. Like I want to take some time and check everything out. and just get it more dialed in. I fixed a lot of stuff that didn't work on the Redwood Rally, like my high beam, low beam switch didn't work. The lights, everything else worked great. The line lock, it wasn't grounded. That's why it didn't work. I had no idea that I would have missed a ground, but so I just want to go over the car. There was a lot of things I put in this car, took on and off, and I just want to go through it. The front end, like I said, has never been rebuilt. Let's not revisit that. I'm just saying it needs to be done. It doesn't overheat. I can drive it all day. I can drive it in 110. It doesn't matter. It's a great running rig as far as all that goes. And all the weather stripping's in. I just need to put the stripping around the outsides of the windows and stuff to help keep the water out of the doors and whatnot. So there's a couple little things there too, longevity wise. I think it's gonna be better. I ordered it. I don't know how to put it in yet. We'll get there. I got a truck. I got a little red truck. For now, I just call it Pumpkin Spice. I took a 5.3 all the way apart and gapped the rings, reassembled it, put it back together. It's got a stock bottom end and a Richard Holdner Truck Plus cam, and yeah, should be good. And that one I got a 7875. I got a 4L80. So we're basically just doing another sloppy type of, you know, I can't even afford the don't BS me builds. It's like the don't even try to BS me build. Because I can't afford all that other stuff. Like the wagon has a converter. I bought the Circle D converter, all that stuff, just one thing. Put it in the tranny. Is a way more lively car. I can't afford the converter for the truck yet. So, but I put a smaller cam in it and it's a little smaller motor. So as soon as I get the cylinder heads back, we'll put it together and see how that runs. And I don't even know if the transmission works. I don't even know if the bottom end, how good of a job we put it back together like. So I didn't do anything to it but gap the rings, and I was just trying to clean it and really get into the engine. And I rebuilt the lifters and I looked at everything and just tried to see how it all worked from just every part coming apart. So yeah, and if we blow that bottom end up, it was pretty inexpensive. Well, I'm not going to say that. It's a stock one, but they're not exactly like $100 around here. And but anyway, if we lose that one, another bottom end wouldn't be hard to come by. So, and it has, I did a couple little things like new lifters and trays and one of the cylinder heads was cracked, actually. One of the 862 heads, I think that's what they are. The 706 counterparts. Anyway, it was cracked all the way across the exhaust manifold where that would land, or the exhaust ports. So don't know about that. We think a core shift happened at the foundry. Not, that's the most likely case. And probably unbolting it off the engine probably ruined it. From what I've seen, like Matt Happel do. But we ain't getting as lucky over here with some of our engines. Like, this is the second one I've pulled apart. That the last one had a bunch of aluminum in the bottom of it, and this one, I mean, they turned over kind of fine, but if you physically turn the engine over, it did not sound good on the last one. And this one, yeah, cracked cylinder head. What do you do, Thankfully, I bought it from the old man, and I was like, give me the old man warranty, So, whatever. Yeah, I hope to get this together pretty quick. I was just trying to not prove anything. I needed another truck. I got rid of my truck. So I just wanted another rig that would, that'd be fun to drive and could drive everywhere with the turbo hanging off the side of it. So I could do a little testing on something. That's it's already all-wheel disc brakes and it's a little bit lighter than the wagon, I'm sure, and it's just a two-wheel drive GMC Sierra. So yeah, that'll be a great truck and should run good. And yeah, I just don't have the best luck buying used stuff. Sometimes I only buy new stuff because I've been
you know, people just, I don't know. I don't have that kind of luck. So there it is. And that's all good. We're going to keep pushing. We got all kinds of new stuff to try and do. So I'm going to try to put gimbals on all the cameras so we'll have no more, hopefully less shaky camera stuff. We got, gimbals. So that'll be great. We got a little better lighting. I'm trying to do these still shots every once in a while, practice this. So I try to bring it all together for final, production, and keep working on those visual effects and learning Resolve and stuff like that, and making it fun. So there you go. We're coming at you. By we, I mean
Bear's coming at you, yeah.
So I hope to be, something other than just a guy, but I love hot rods. And if you're having trouble with your rig, give me a shout. I can help out.